got some bad news, man. I got some bad news, and it's hard to ignore. To say the least, it's hard to ignore. But as we all know, the NBA season starts this week, and I'm an NBA head. So I've been watching the NBA since NBC triple headers on Sunday evenings as a kid, having to be told to breathe because I would be glued to my TV, stuck in my room watching Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley, Reggie Miller, freaking Patrick Ewing, all these guys on Sunday. So I know what I see, man. My eye test does not fail me, bro. And what I will say is, Russell Westbrook is about to be out of the NBA, man. And I know, especially for a younger generation, that's kind of far-fetched and hard to see. But at 34 years old, bruh, these dudes ain't playing with you like this, man. The NBA is not gonna sit here, watch you disrespect the media, disrespect your franchise, kind of swindle your way through a season. They're not about to sit back and watch this, man. And at the end of the day, I think that what Skip Bayless, he's probably the only person I've seen on mainstream media that said this. But it's addition by subtraction at this point, man. At this point, the Lakers are, I wasn't ready to say this last year. I am ready to say this now. The Lakers are a better team without Russell Westbrook. Just without him. Just not with him traded, not bringing back more pieces. They're literally a better team without him. And the sad part is that if the Lakers come to that realization, then more than likely the rest of the NBA already has had that realization. Now, will I say this? Russell Westbrook should get a few cracks at selling jerseys, selling tickets. He can still do that. He had a great situation in Washington with the Wizards where, you're side by side with Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal went through his injury things last season where it provided a lot of time for Russell Westbrook to do his thing and be Russ and do Brody type things. 20-20-20 game. I think he had a 30 and 15 game. He was going crazy with the Wizards. And that's working with freaking, who do he have on his team again? I don't know. So he wasn't working with much. He was still putting up Russell Westbrook numbers, low efficiency, empty stats, triple doubles. He was still doing his thing, but there was no spotlight. So all that we reflected on were the numbers. All that you could project all you could say was, man, he makes this amount of money, he puts up these numbers, and you roll with it. And that's what he's been getting away with for a long time. But I saw it the last few times he's played. Preseason, yes. But there's a couple things in preseason that shouldn't be off. Like, your natural touch with the ball should be there because you've been hooping. If you've been hooping. You see, this is a guy who I think spent all off season doing drill work. And even when he did play, even when you saw, footage of him playing pickup, it's like he was playing somebody else's game, playing this slow, perfectly paced game where, he's crab dribbling through the defense. He has his head up seeing, and then, he just doesn't play like that. That is like me going to the gym, putting up 1,000 shots a day, but I'm shooting my release like freaking Sean Marion instead of myself. Now, when I get to a game, I'm going to go back to shooting like myself for sure, of course. And it's not going to be there for me. You can practice all these different ball handling drills all you want. If you didn't practice at game speed at any point over the summer, we're going to know, man. We're going to know. And this is where it gets sad for Russell Westbrook because I believe that guys like his agent, guys from the Washington front office, guys from the Houston organization, I believe he's been told, bro, you need to work on your game. I believe that he's been told that. Just because in the spotlight, you might not see a lot of these conversations these guys have with each other, but, amongst the league, amongst that fraternity, amongst the organization, there's people that will come up to you and tell you straight up, bro, you need to work on this, bro, you're falling off in that, bro, you're getting slower. Maybe you need to work on changing your pace, having different paces to play at. And I know that for a fact because just playing in college or playing professionally outside of the NBA, you have guys that's gonna come tell you that. You have teammates that's gonna keep it real with you. You've got assistant coaches who's gonna let you know what the deal is. And it seems like as if Russell Westbrook gets all those people out of the way. Anybody trying to keep it real with him, like his agent, longtime agent, 14 years the guy was his agent? God tells him it's best you take your money, stay here, do what the heck they ask you to do, and work on your game. What did Russ do? Fire the man. What has everybody since been telling them? The exact same thing. Yo, just to watch this last preseason game he played in before he faked the hamstring injury. Yo, who was that? That was not an NBA player, bro. Every time Russell Westbrook touches the ball, it is nerve-wracking time. There is no way that as a spectator you feel that anxiousness, but you don't feel it as his teammate or as his coach. You gotta be LeBron, gotta be sitting back like, yo, give me Austin Reeves and Lonnie Walker. Get this guy about it. It's no way you're not, bro. You can say all you want. If I have a friend that I thought he was this kind of level of player, I wanted him to play on my team. Once I picked him, I realized that, man, this guy really doesn't work on his game. There's a lot of the nuance of basketball that he doesn't care about. There's a lot of most players, you step on, you do the false step in the corner and you step out of bounds. You're going to be extra cautious about where your feet are the next time you're in that spot. Not the next time, just literally the next time you step near the corner. I'm telling you from a hooper's perspective, when you're on the corner when you're in the corner and you step on that line one time in a game, at least the next 3 or 4 times, you're going to look and make sure, are my feet straight? And you're going to think about that false step you took last time. This guy does it 3 times in one game. False step, puts that back foot back, and way out of bounds too. Not saying he barely touched out of bounds, way out of bounds. And it's like, he don't even know what's going on, bro. I'd rather see a player get mad at himself for making mistakes than a player that acts dumbfounded, that the ref pointed out, or dumbfounded that he got taken out of the game. So the Lakers tried to bring Russ off the bench, and obviously we already know that wasn't happening last year when they brought him off the bench. He faked some injury talking about his bones were cold. Oh no, he got benched in the 4th quarter, and the coach threw him in and he talking about his bones were cold, his knees get cold. He can't use that stuff no more, bro. You can't leave talking about no hamstring injury. You can't leave talking about a hamstring injury in preseason and then expect to still keep getting $47 million after this year. You're not, bro. It's not happening. Dude faked the injury. He said, F this team, F this coach. They want me to come off the bench. He came off the bench. He looked horrible. He's throwing the ball all over the place. He's playing like a freaking idiot, okay? I don't even call people names. I don't call people names, but dude plays like an idiot, bro, because you realize you lost a step. You don't make any adjustments. You're not really self-aware. And you're playing like a knucklehead because everybody in the league, everybody watching knows, man, this guy needs to slow down a little bit. Except for him, bro. Except for him. I don't know. This is one of the fastest, most sudden declines I've ever seen. And I think that's what's sad, the most sad part about it. It's fast, it's sudden, and it's mainly because you have a guy who was a superstar athlete, had superstar athleticism, but not superstar IQ and not superstar work ethic. Obviously, he works. Obviously, okay, from a hooper's perspective, he works out. Like, he works. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he's not in the gym at all, but what are you working on, bro? You working with a guy that's freaking standing in front of you, holding his hand up, practicing shooting. You need to be working on getting passes over top of the defense, how to make passes at a faster speed, because obviously that's not naturally there for you anymore. When you don't have the ability to see the game at the speed that you're moving, then it's over for that speed. So he's still moving at 90 miles per hour, but he always crashes at 90 miles per hour. He refuses to play the game at 80 miles per hour, even though he always crashes at 90. He refused to fluctuate between 55 and 70. He wants to go 90 miles per hour. Broski doesn't get it. So the sad part is he's not going to be in the league much longer. They're going to trade him. They're definitely trading Russell Westbrook. They're going to get whatever they can. And Russell Westbrook's going to get bought out. And I think he'll get a shot with... I honestly can't think of a team that needs an off-the-bench, score first, not an offensive initiator, high turnover, low field goal percentage, doesn't even need to be guarded from three, point guard. I don't know who needs that because the game has surpassed you by, sir. The game has passed you by. And hey, you're still standing there. Yo, this is going to be worse than Allen Iverson being blackballed out of the league. It's going to be worse. Watch, man. But yeah, appreciate it, man. Checking it out. This was crazy. I think I had to get this off my chest because, yeah, this is a fallen soldier, Russell Westbrook.